Have you ever felt guilty about anything before? What was the situation? Why did you feel so?
We'll be looking into the emotion of guilt, some of the most common situations when people feel guilty, digging into the situation of a guilt trip, how stealing can create guilt, and how we can approach these problems to overcome them with a bigger, broader perspective towards the end.
So stick around, see if you can wrap your head around it.
And we'd like to give a big thank you for being here with us today.
So let's get into it. Hi everyone, welcome to the Neuroscience channel. This is Hiromi and Akito.
Have you had a time in your life where it was really difficult dealing with certain emotions?
In our episodes on social science, we go into topics on psychology and sociology to look at the issues of emotions and mental conditions.
Why? Because the problems are still there. We humans are still having a tough time dealing with our emotional thinking. So hopefully this can be like a supplement for your mind and soul.
For this episode, the question is, how can I stop myself from feeling guilty?
Let's first describe what guilt is. When one causes harm to another, guilt is a natural emotional response. Guilt is self-focused but also highly socially relevant. It's thought to sever important personal functions by, for example, encouraging the repair of valuable relationships and discouraging acts that could damage them. But in excess, guilt may needlessly burden those who experience it.
The first step to approaching any emotional problem is to clarify what the situation is.
Clarity is key to everything.
What is it that you're actually feeling guilty about? This can vary from one person to another. Research shows that 17% of people don't feel guilty about anything. But most people have felt guilty about something at least once in their lives. I felt guilty many times. How about you?
I've definitely felt guilty more than just one time. Yeah. Here are some of the most common situations of when people feel guilty. Not calling or contacting family and friends often enough. Giving in to a craving for your favorite food, drink, or habit. Saying no to a family, friend, or colleague. Cheating on your partner. In some cases, the other person or people involved in the situation can make you feel guilty by forcing you to give them what they want, such as your love. They act like a victim when they don't get what they want, and this creates a sense of guilt within you for not being able to provide them what they've asked for. But this is actually an act of domination on their part and violates your freedom, or subconsciously does so. It is not out of their positive intentions to connect with you in such a way, regardless of them being aware of it or not.
Have you ever experienced this with somebody before? If so, how has it been for you?
Here's another perspective. Stealing also creates guilt. Ask yourself truthfully if you're stealing anything from another person. It could be their money or other tangible things, their time, their emotions, or their energy in other forms. A person caught stealing valuable things like money is punished by law as a criminal act. Stealing of emotions or anything abstract that cannot be seen with our eyes is as unjust, yet most often it's unnoticed for what they are. A child might make you feel like they're stealing your time or emotions because they still require nurturing from their parents. It's important that they are given the authentic love so they can learn to interact with others in a positive, rightful way, not to steal and later feel guilty of their actions.
When I was 7 or 8 years old, I stole my brother's money. My father found out about it. My mother scolded me, but my brother didn't get angry at me. That made me feel even more guilty.
Yeah, your brother was very forgiving. Given how uncomfortable guilt can feel, it can provide a strong motivation to apologize, correct or make up for a wrong, and change yourself to behave more responsibly. Since doing so helps preserve social bonds and avoid harm to others, we can see guilt as a form of crisis within us that calls for our attention to facing the deeper problems. On a broader perspective, our smaller guilt arises from the greater guilt of not remembering our true being, that we are in fact a loving and caring soul by nature, and the universe is always freely giving us infinite unconditional love that embraces us for who we are.
What we scientifically or spiritually know of the universe as of our modern time is still very little compared to how much we still don't know.
Actually, we don't even seem to know how much we still don't know of the universe.
What are your views on the universe?
Whatever darkness or negativity that closes your heart to giving and receiving must be seen for what it is, then let go of, so that the ultimate essence of light and beauty can reveal itself. Forgive yourself and other people for having negative emotions of guilt. If you're watching this video until this point, here's a big message for you. You've got enough strength within you. Believe in yourself. Even if you might be feeling weak, you can bring that little amount of energy that you've got towards the right direction, so you can gradually, slowly, step by step, forgive more as you can gain deeper understanding of the cause of the issues and change them into positive energies. Forgiveness is a very important process in letting go of any negative emotions. We'll be talking more about that in another episode.
What is your situation of guilt and how have you been facing the problem? Let us know in the comment section below.
Thanks for watching. We really appreciate our connection here with you. If you've enjoyed our video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. And we'll see you in our next episode. Bye!
Bye!